Lesson 24. What is probability? Example 5. One card is randomly selected from a standard deck of cards. Find the probability that the card selected is not a jack. So to find the probability that the card selected is not a jack, using the relative frequency or proportion approach, we just need to count how many cards in the deck are not jacks and divide it by the total number of cards in the deck. So we know there's a total of 52 cards in the standard deck of cards. Then counting all the cards that are not jacks, that is the aces through tens and the queens and the kings, this is starting to get involved. Maybe the approach where we indirectly count would be a better approach. Just counting the number of cards that are jacks, in this case there are 4, and knowing that we do not want a jack, we could just take the total number of cards, 52, subtract the 4 cards that are jacks, and this will indirectly give us the total number of cards that are not jacks. So the 52 minus 4 is 48. So there are 48 cards in the deck that are not jacks out of the total of 52 total cards. Thus, the probability the card selected is not a jack is 48 chances out of 52, which is 0.923 decimal or 92.3%. Another way of writing this result is to say that the probability the card selected is not a jack is equal to 1, or 100%, minus the probability that the card is a jack. So that 1 minus the 4 out of 52 cards that are jacks gives us the 92.3%. Notice that when the frequency of an event occurring is large relative to the total number of possible outcomes, the probability of that event occurring is large, that is, close to 100%. Consequently, it is very likely for an event to occur by chance when its probability is very large, that is, close to 100%. Thus, in this case, the probability of randomly selecting a card that is not a jack is very likely to occur because its chance is very high, that is, 92.3%, which is close to 100%.